So we work on the inguinal hernia mesh repair. Some background. So a hernia occurs when fatty tissue squeezes through surrounding muscle. This occurs anytime there's an increase in abdominal pressure, whether it be from chronic sneezing, coughing, heavy weightlifting, or rapid weight gain. There are many types of hernias, and we chose to focus on the inguinal hernia, which is the inner groin. This makes up about 80% of hernias and accounts for around 800,000 cases each year that need to be treated. The main risk factors that cause a hernia would be sex. So males are 8 times more likely than females to have a hernia. Age, because your muscle weakens with age and makes it easier to squeeze through the muscle wall. And family lineage plays a big role in hernia development as well.
So hernias are known to have a high reoccurrence rate, which is why a lot of times surgeons opt to use hernia mesh repair. This mesh is placed over the hernia site and is used to strengthen the repair site. Up to 8% of hernia mesh surgeries can result in infection, which equates out to about 80,000 each year. Common hernia mesh failures can include adhesion, which is when two tissues bind together unwantingly through collagen bands, mesh migration, and foreign body response. Some severe risks associated with mesh repair is chronic pain and infection.
Based off the needs and common failures of current hernia meshes, the group decided to focus on these 4 components to integrate into our design. The top layer would be silk saracen, which is a natural polymer and has many biomedical properties that are used in the world. This will attach to the muscle tear. The second layer includes a copolymer weave blend of low-weight polypropylene and polyethylene. The pore size must be 1 millimeter so that the fibroblasts, blood vessels, and collagen can pass through for tissue ingrowth. This layer will be bonded on the abdominal wall, and then the 2 layers will be bonded together by suturing around the mesh. The benefits of using silk saracen in a film form is the wound healing properties that include fixation, infection resistance, and the fact that it's a natural polymer. This eliminates migration issue as well as increases biocompatibility. The material also has high tensile strength and is water soluble, which will lessen the chances of the mesh tearing and provides moisture retention. The second layer of benefits include having low density, which eliminates migration, decreases inflammatory responses, increases biocompatibility and tissue incorporation. Also fewer adhesions. Its porosity allows for better tissue ingrowth while still maintaining strength. Also, the material is 2 times the natural tissue bursting load, and current polypropylene that's used today is about 6 times, which adds more weight.
Because silk saracen is a natural polymer, it can be easily denatured. This makes it a higher cost to produce and mass produce, and that's where the cost drives up for the customer. It's also highly hydrophilic, which means that it can be easily degraded by chain scission. This means that we have to copolymerize the material with something that degrades at a slower rate to retain strength for longer and the other properties that we want. Its initial strength is going to be weaker for the customer when they come out of surgery because tissue has not grown in yet. The second layer, the polypropylene, although polypropylene is known to cause an inflammatory response, using low-density polypropylene will cause a much lower inflammatory response, although it's still non-inert. And this can cause some scar formation, stiffening of the abdominal wall, which can ultimately cause shrinkage of the mesh and slippage out of the wound site as a reoccurrence surgery.
There are 3 main types of hernia meshes available. The first is a simple polypropylene mesh, which is the cheapest option, but also is heavier and has a higher rate of adhesion and infection. The second option is a porcine graft that is just a decellularized collagen mesh. This is the most expensive option, but it is natural and will degrade over time. The last option is middle range for cost, which is a copolymer weave using polypropylene usually and a secondary polymer. In this case, the Ethicon option uses caprolactone. This allows for a partial degradation, much like ours, so that the weight decreases over time while still providing structural integrity.